Look at this. Yay! So we eventually got our reading pen, and as I mentioned a week or two ago, I'm Caroline. If you don't know, that my daughter has dyslexia, and I'm here just sharing our journey. And we are constantly looking for new tools that can help and assist her along the way. And hopefully, this can help and inspire someone else. If you don't know what to do, if you are also looking for new things to use or to try, or to assist your child, even yourself, if you have dyslexia, there are many tools available, and this is what we can use. So recently we've come across the X pen. So it comes in this beautiful case. I also mentioned that I would be attending a webinar related this pen and how it works. So it's relatively something simple that you can use or apply, and it's easy for children to use as well. So my daughter is currently still in the foundation phase of schooling, so this is something that can really help her as she struggles with reading and writing a lot. So basically it comes in this beautiful case. You get a set of earphones so it doesn't disturb anyone else that is maybe sitting next to you. So this is basically what the pen looks like. It has this beautiful case that it comes in. So all you do is you just switch on the pen, you hold in the button for a while, and there you can see you can switch it on. I know there's only a few available on the market. I'm not sure which ones are exactly approved. I know this one is, and then you also get the exam C pen, if I remember correctly. So basically this is what the X pen looks like, and this is a tool we are able to use within our schooling system. So of course you will have to get permission from the school as well. It's not as standard or given that it will be used. It's on basis of your child's needs. So basically it has just 3 functions. You have the settings where you can connect it to Wi-Fi, because some of the applications require you to use Wi-Fi. We are from South Africa, so we only need the 2 functions, English and then our native tongue, Afrikaans. So when you want to use Afrikaans, you have to use the online version, and then if you want to use English, then you use the offline version of this pen. So basically you just click on sorry, there we go. So if you click on the function, if this is English, then this would show you this part. If you want to scan paragraphs for longer and not just one sentence reading at a time, you just make sure that the multiple function is always on, and that way you can be able to scan paragraphs as well. You can connect it to your earphones, or if you are alone, the pen itself has a speaker, so you can use it that way. But if it is allowed to be used in the schooling system, or where your child or yourself is in school or at work, you are able to use your earphones. So all you do is you scan. So it has this little functioning gadget or thingamajig, I don't really know what they call it, here at the front. So you just scan it. You just have to find the perfect pace, because you do have to scan it correctly, otherwise it does jumble up the letters. So you will just have to learn how to use it and scan it perfectly in order for it to read correctly. So once again, practice makes perfect. So if you scan it across the text, it will basically show a little light here as you scan it. You press these 2 things on the page or on the text, and then it would scan the text. So there you can see a little light comes on the moment you can scan it over your text. When you push in these 2 functionalities or points at the front of the pen, you are able to scan it over the text. And always just make sure you are connected if you use the online version, and then the offline is easier to use, of course. So we are still in our testing phase, but so far at home I can definitely say it works brilliantly for her. She's able to understand it much better. These pens do not record anything. They do not have dictionaries. They do not have explanations. It simply just scans the text and reads it. But because my daughter is very visual at the moment and she depends on hearing things because she struggles to read, then this pen is really worth it if you are looking at purchasing something similar to this. I will leave a link for this pen if you want to inquire more. I don't know where it is available, if it is worldwide or only in South Africa, but like I said, I do know there's a C pen as well, but unfortunately that pen is a lot more expensive compared to this one that I have here. This one would be approximately about $100 if you work in USD. In South African rands it's about 2,000 rand, so which is not that bad compared to the C pen, which is about 8 to 9,000. So that would be about $300 to $400 worth of equipment that you have to buy. So I would definitely do my research. I would definitely be in contact with your local school or wherever you are, where you are able or need permission to use these kinds of devices. But so far we've only heard very, very good feedback related to this device, and I'm definitely think we are going to utilize it to its fullest. Like I mentioned, we also got permission to actually use this in the schooling system as well. So we will test it out and we will let you know if it actually works within the school system, in particular in our case, or whether we are going to look at something else. But I can definitely say it makes a difference at home, especially when it comes to the reading part and her just having to function on her own, because in the end that is what we want to do. We want to give them the tools to utilize for them to be able to cope and be within society without constantly having to ask for assistance. So I hope this was something very useful, and I hope you can learn along with us as we test and trial all these different devices. So I will be back with another session of Learn Together next Saturday. Thank you.